SeniorLivingGuide.com podcast discusses topics which are relevant to the everyday lives of seniors and their caregivers. We are joined by experts who share their knowledge on a variety of issues. SeniorLivingGuide.com podcast offers solutions and resources to create the best quality of life as we age. And now, let's welcome your host, Darlene Mahoney.
SeniorLivingGuide.com is the most comprehensive online resource for seniors and their caregivers. We provide details on senior living communities to include retirement, assisted living, independent living, skilled nursing, memory care, as well as senior resources, home and healthcare solutions, all in one easy-to-navigate website, allowing you to decide which best fits your needs and connect you directly in one easy step. Visit us online at SeniorLivingGuide.com and start your search today. And I would like to express our gratitude to our podcast sponsors, Transmed Care Long Distance Medical Transportation and GoGo Grandparent. When a loved one with a disability or medical condition needs to relocate, Transmed Care is here to help with safe and secure nationwide medical transport services, while GoGo Grandparent provides reliable local rides, no smartphones required, with all drivers and vehicles screened to meet your mobility needs. Check us out at SeniorLivingGuide.com podcast. We are making sure that our seniors are getting exactly where they need to go. And today we are joined by Paige Stewart. She is the marketing and recruitment specialist at St. Paul Senior Living Community in Greenville, Pennsylvania. She has stepped in to the role in May 2024, so not super long, coming up on a year here. Time flies when you're having fun with your residents, for sure. And spending this time, she has been, spending after spending 9.5 years as a medical tech in the memory care neighborhoods. But since transitioning into this new position, she has made such a significant impact in St. Paul's. She launched a TikTok page in June of 2024 with the residents, which currently has 227.8. So I just want to make it very clear, 1,000 followers on the TikTok page itself. And she's done it with including the residents doing activities, doing really fun TikToks. They even have a day called TikTok Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining the podcast today, Paige.
Thank you, Darlene. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited to talk to you. And we've talked a couple of times. We kind of stumbled upon your TikTok because one of the employees here at SeniorLivingGuide.com started following you. And she was like, this is so much fun. So she started sharing some of the actual TikToks. And I know that you and I have talked in the past. I am not a TikToker. I don't do TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but I do love the reels on Instagram and Facebook. I just get sucked into them. So I prefer not to go on an app that is specifically suck Darlene in and she'll never get anything done with her day type of app. So I intentionally avoid it, but you can still watch them. She's shared them with me and you can see them on Instagram and Facebook as well. But I absolutely loved them and I became obsessed with your TikToks from your residents. So we're going to talk about that because I think it's a fun subject. And for our seniors that are listening, that are considering potentially moving into a senior living community, if they love dancing, they love doing things, they love acting, they love all those types of things, this might be something really fun and important to them.
I agree. It's a good thing to look out for. It's a good activity to have. The residents absolutely love it. You can really do anything with it. And it really suits people even that don't want to act. But we have a lot of performers and I have a resident who was a elementary school teacher and she's like phenomenal at acting and she participates and she doesn't really watch the videos or she'll watch them during our TikTok Tuesday event, but she told me how she was an actor and then she always is very theatrical whenever she's on the screen. So it's fun to learn those little tidbits about your residents too, because I never would have known that about her without doing these these videos.
Well,
so,
and I think it's just about having fun, because even if you don't hone those acting skills,
yeah,
I think it's about being silly, having fun, kind of letting your guard down, because I think as you get older, people expect you to have like some kind of very boring or very formal personality to you. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I agree. I do think there's a perception of aging that, you know, if you go into a senior living community, or if you're just getting older, that you are just going to be, you know, reading and sleeping, crossword puzzles, things like that. And, you know, people love to do that too, but this is definitely a really fun thing to do with seniors. And they have so much personality, and I think it's great to show their personality. I think it's fun to just laugh, because we laugh a lot when we make these videos. And they didn't know what we were doing at first, but I can tell you what, whenever we have to redo like voice, the ones where you have to do lip syncing are so funny because it takes a few tries to get the lip syncing accurate. And then watching it back after trying to do it like 2 or 3 times, it's just like, it just cracks us up. And then we get a lot of bloopers out of them too. Yeah.
And I think that's the fun part, is it doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going for, you know, a Golden Globe award of any sort on TikTok or anything like that. You're there to have a good time. And I think lip syncing, I always think, you know, it's like karaoke without the words coming out.
Yeah.
You know,
it's hard.
Right?
It's actually really hard.
Yeah, I would bet it is. Yeah, because it's just even trying to remember the words or trying to keep up with it. But there's so many really fun songs that seniors like to do.
Yeah.
That are part of the menu that are on TikTok or some of the other apps that are available, that you can kind of pick out some different songs and play them out. I know that I saw one that was on your TikTok, that one of your residents, that she's a little spitfire. And I was hoping she was going to be able to join us today. Her name is Sandy. And I was actually having like, I was just kind of, what does it call it when you're fanning over? Like, what is it called? Fan? Yeah. I was like, fangirling. I was just going to, can I get your autograph? Because I thought she was going to be able to join today, but apparently her dance card was full. So, so she wasn't able to join. But she really does get into it. And she's just a tiny little thing, but you can tell she really enjoys it.
Yeah, she loves it. And she was the first one that we had participating in the TikToks, and she had no idea what she was doing, but you know, I showed her and another coworker the video, and she was just standing in the hall because I was like, I don't know, you guys want to make a video? I was going to do it with the coworkers, and Sandy was standing there, and she watched the video too, and she's like, I'm like, you want to do it? She's like, yeah, sure, let's go. And it was that Zoolander video that we did, and it didn't take us long to do. It probably took us like 5 to 10 minutes to make it, and we were just dying. And then she never saw Zoolander, right? So, but just seeing herself at the end with the voiceover of an actor, and then the little caption, she just like had it hoot off of it. So she's a spitfire, and she is very, very, very fun, and she's very talented, and just an amazing woman in general. Just shout out to Sandy.
Yeah. And it just keeps all your residents busy, on their toes. And you do a lot with an entire group of residents that really get into doing some different things throughout the community. And not your residents, but your staff really joins in as well and take part in some of the videos that you're recording. And I think that is so much fun as well. So it really integrates. It makes everybody one big happy family, kind of.
It really does. And when we do TikTok Tuesdays up at the Ridgewood, which is one of our neighborhoods, the team members also kind of pop in and out. And if they're available and not running around really busy, they can come and they watch the videos and read the comments with us. And then if they have time, they help us out and participate in the activity with us. So it's really fun. And the administrators come in, and anyone that's basically available likes to participate in that activity. So I think it's really cool, like, to see everybody, you know, all the staff, dietary, PCAs, nurses, activities department obviously is there. And then administration. So it is a cool thing to have everyone kind of popping in and out as we make it.
Yeah. I know that a lot of like our listeners and caregivers and seniors, if they start looking for an assisted living or independent or any of those types of things, they always have certain checklists that they have on their list. Do they want a pool? Do they want restaurant style dining? All certain amenities that people think are important. And then sometimes amenities aren't important. It's really just about the staff, and it's about having fun, and it's about, the life inside the community. I know that when I was looking for my dad, amenities weren't so important. I really wanted him to have connections with people. I really wanted him to have better care and people that he integrated with. Those types of things were more important to me than, a lot of the amenities. But some folks, it's not. A lot of folks, it's the amenities are, the things that matter. But to me, this is something, and I don't want to sound like it's a women or man thing, but I feel like a lot of women would really be attracted to doing some of the more social aspects of, recording videos and doing some of these spontaneous things that you're doing with the videos.
Yeah, we get a lot of women that come to TikTok Tuesday, and then we have had men that participate as well. My grandpa used to participate, but he might have just come because I was running it, so it's hard to say.
Supporting the granddaughter.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I think looking out for culture at a senior living facility is really important, because in the end, I think, at least here, relationships are very, very important. Relationships between residents and the team, relationships between team members together, because, if they're a good team together, they're going to be better to support the residents. And just when you have those relationships, the team members care to participate in all the activities, make everything as life as engaging as possible, getting to know people on a really deep level. I think that's really important. And yeah, the social aspect of making the videos, and then, they can come up, they like coming up with ideas too. So we just did a Golden Girls video, and that was Sandy's idea. And then, Sandy really likes to make the come ask about what captions we're going to use and stuff for them too. So it's a really good group. I don't know. It's a good group activity, because I have a good group of women. We're not even on TikTok Tuesday, where if I just want to pop in and I might be like, hey, you guys want to make a TikTok today? They'll just gather around the whole crew and we'll get together and come up with some ideas and make a video. So and then laugh a lot, because that's the best part about it, is rewatching them. And I like to do small, short things that I can just edit really fast in front of them. That way they can see it right away as we're making them.
And I would imagine from a social aspect, it builds relationships. So if you're going into an assisted living and maybe you're not going in with your spouse, because that is probably more often than not that you go in as, either a widowed person or whatever the case may be, then you're literally going in probably not knowing a lot of people, if any, to an assisted living community or even an independent. So this is a great way to really connect with other residents in a fun, engaging way, other than, they do a lot of activities, arts and crafts, trips, wine nights, those types of things. These are great. But this is something that I literally, when I think about it, I think back to when I was in middle school and high school and used to do funny things with my girlfriends that, bring back the most joyous memories when you think back to them. So I think it kind of gives the opportunity to kind of revisit some of that almost silliness.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what it reminds me of too when we're making them. We used to make cassette tapes and record videos when I was younger, just that you would never see again because they'd get put in for. But yeah, it reminds me of that when we're making them, just because it's kind of just playful, it's playful. You don't have to have your guard up. If you don't like a take, it gets deleted. If you do like it, we can put it somewhere. If you don't want it to be seen, but you just want to participate and it was fun, then we can do that as well. Because it's all about them more than anything else. So, and then even we have residents that like to come and just watch too. They don't participate in the TikToks, but they watch everyone make them. So they also get to, just watch the shenanigans happening. And we do a lot of really fun things, and a lot of the dance ones are great because you can, they can bust whatever dance moves they want to, and you can get a lot of people involved. And then you can make it as absurd as you want. We had the Grinch, I think, throwing money on their residents at one point, bingo bucks. Just really, silly, absurd, kind of chaotic things that, the residents don't know what they're walking into when they first get in there. And we show them some clips, and then they pick which ones look the most fun. Yeah. And and then we just have a ball making them. So yeah, it is like that. It's very much like youthful play, and it does open doors to connection because it's just a low pressure thing, and you can kind of watch, and then I think laughter creates connection,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you're laughing and you're kind of seeing people be goofy and showing their humanity a little bit, making a funny video, then you feel a little bit more, maybe compelled to become friends with them.
Yeah.
Or open up a little bit more.
TransMedCare long-distance medical transportation is a business built on care. Another satisfied customer writes,
"My family and I were extremely pleased with the professionalism, warmth, friendliness, and competence of the TransMedCare team. They were on time, patient, obliging, and kept in touch regularly during the ride from New Jersey to Florida. And they were very kind to my husband. I highly recommend this company."
To learn more about TransMedCare, visit the website at trans-medcare.com.
We at GoGo Grandparent are so excited to be joining this podcast. With just one call to GoGo, you or a loved one can request a reliable ride anywhere you want to go. No smartphone required. All drivers and vehicles are screened and monitored to meet your mobility needs and can accommodate impairment equipment, such as a walker or a wheelchair. Plus, GoGo membership offers concierge services on meals and grocery delivery, as well as home services, which can include maintenance on your home, cleaning, gardening services. To learn more or sign up for GoGo, call 1-855-970-6294 or visit gogograndparent.com/SeniorLivingGuide.
Yeah. And I like how with TikTok and with the videos, you're kind of bringing down the misconception that I think that the videos and things like that are for like the younger generation.
Yeah.
Because they're not, because you do have so many followers and you do have so many people that watch them and enjoy them. And it's not all seniors that are watching them. Everyone's enjoying them and they're appreciating them. And I think it also helps them appreciate our seniors and their abilities to do and participate in daily living and seen in a different light than just, people that, go into senior living and they just don't do anything. So it just shows that they do have personality. They do have more to continue to give back to social aspects of living. And I think that's good for our younger generations to see that as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. Some of the comments talk about how they're not afraid of aging anymore, which I think is really great. And a lot of people so many of our comments are like, I didn't realize that places like this exist and that, senior, living facilities can be like this. And I mean, I think for me, in terms of senior living, like it is a place for care, but also it's a big place for community. It's a huge place for community. So, I said this before and I will keep saying it, I recommend people coming here to live, not to plan to die, live. And we're here to support you and make your life better in the later years of your life. And, just because you're 80, you're not dead. You have a lot of personality. Right. Just because you're 80 doesn't mean that personality goes away. And when I started working in senior living, that was like, for me, I was 26 and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it here. These people are amazing, So it's just, I think it's great that social media is breaking that misconception of aging and what you think aging has to be. And, you can still do all the fun things that you've always done. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, that's my particular goal. I do absolutely. When I get older, I actually want to be like my daughter tells me, Mom, you're a woohoo girl. I don't know what that means. A woohoo girl. She's even told me I have to tell you to turn the radio down. And I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I will take that all day long. Because I want to go. I want to continue to have, that level of vibrancy in my life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely feel like there's nothing wrong with that. And I would encourage, to have, because that's what you feel on the inside. So to continue with that vibrancy of life on the inside, and it shows when you're kind of doing some of these fun things. So tell me a little bit. So one thing you mentioned was TikTok Tuesdays. So explain to us what a TikTok Tuesday is.
So a TikTok Tuesday is an activity that we created with the residents. We only do it once a month because our Ridgewood residents actually have a very pretty packed calendar, weekly calendar. So, and then they have monthly things that come up. And what we do is we get together on a Tuesday once a month at 10 a.m. And whoever wants to come can come. It's me and the activities, life enrichment specialist up there. And we will pull up videos on the TV screen of TikTok, and we will I normally save a bunch of trends, and I'll show them the different trends that are happening right now, or just general videos. They don't have to be trending. So I'll have some that are trending and some that I think will just be fun for them to do. And I share those videos with them on the TV screen, and they get to pick whichever ones they want to participate in. And right now they understand the concept of what TikTok is when we're looking at the videos. They understand the trends. They understand the language of TikTok. Also, what we do is I'll bring up the previous videos we made, and we'll go over how many views it got, and we'll read all the not all the comments. So they have a lot of comments, so we'll read as many comments as we can get through on it, and the residents absolutely love the comments. And then it's really fun because sometimes we get comments from people that were like they were children in their like elementary school class or things like that, or family comments that pop up. And some of them are just really, really funny. I think Sandy, she had so many nicknames throughout each video, her kind of like internet nickname shifts. So then she goes by that walking down the halls, it shifts. So then after we read the comments, look at our videos, and then pick out what video we want to make or what videos we want to make, depending on how lengthy they are, we'll just spend about an hour or so making the videos with the whole group. A lot of times I try to get we get a lot of people in TikTok Tuesday. I need to pay attention to like how many there were. I think I said 8 before, but I think it's more than that. I think it ranges maybe from like 8 to 15 people. But again, not all of them are always in all of the videos. Some people just come and watch. Some people just listen to the comments and then they leave. They just want to watch the videos and listen to the comments and they leave. Some watch the whole thing. And throughout each TikTok Tuesday, we have the same general group that comes, and then we have different people that are kind of intrigued that come in and out. But we usually make 2 to 4 videos on TikTok Tuesday. They don't take that long. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, that's what it is. It's just an activity. They get to participate. If there's anything that requires like a script, we can make the script together. Captions, they understand the use of captions now. So we can talk about what captions we want to use together. And they come up with some really good ideas. They're very creative. So they get to be part of the creative process throughout the whole thing, Okay. And sometimes they get to hold the camera. Like I haven't posted one, but we actually had one of them burning the staff. So they can do that kind of stuff too if they want to. So any part they want to participate in, they can.
So absolutely participating, and you are teaching them a little tech savviness.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. When we first started this, I was showing a lot of people how to use their phones and TikTok and Facebook. People would just come up to me and ask me how to like get to different locations. And now a lot of our seniors have TikTok. And Sandy knows, I think, more about TikTok than I do, to be honest now. Because she came up to me about something about how one of our TikToks made it on like the top TikTok of the week. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. She's probably teaching her kids, and her grandkids are probably completely in awe of the fact that she is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Her grandkids are probably showing all their friends at school, this is my grandma on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah,
you're right. She probably is teaching her kids because she understands it more than, some of, the team members here. So
yeah. She could run circles around me, I'm sure. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing.
But yeah, so they like to see how many views they get. They really, really like that. The first TikTok Tuesday we made a video, birds cooled in here, and it was our first TikTok Tuesday, and it was our first viral video. So it got 36 million views, I think is what it got. So It was just a weird coincidence that on our first TikTok Tuesday, we also just like happened to, hit that sweet spot. And I think that also kind of like drew them all in because they're like, oh, what? Because then it was like a conversational piece throughout the neighborhood.
Yeah.
For like ever.
It gets them excited. Yeah.
Yeah, they got really excited. And it's fun to talk about. And then, their family members call them and they say, hey, I saw you in that video. It was so fun. So it also just sparks more conversation outside of like within the neighborhood, but also within their families, and they get to talk about the fun they have making it, and also like just how catchy it is. So yeah, I think it expands outside of the activity,
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I feel like it's something that would make them really cool with their grandkids.
Yes.
Right? A little hip factor happening there.
Yep.
I don't even know if that's a cool thing to say anymore. Hip factor. That's probably that now that I say that, it sounds like something that you've hurt your hip. I don't know. That's probably not a cool thing to say. I probably need to reel that one in. I said to my son the other day, I said, so what's the 411? And he's like, what does that mean? The information, the 411. He said, I don't know what you're saying. I'm like, okay, this is not good.
I think it's funny because also in this, because of the, because you're connecting basically senior citizens with, high school seniors and younger, but they're learning a new language too. So Sandy, she came to speak with me at a high school because, if I can get involved with them, they like to do that kind of stuff. And now the seniors know her at high school. And she's like, what's the word for boogie? And I'm like, tell them you slay. So,
there you go.
So they're learning, some Gen Z slang. And I'm also learning it because I don't know.
I was going to say, I need a list. I need a list because clearly 411, what's the 411 is not even understandable. So yes. Anyway, so so negative on that. No, it's just so much fun to watch. And I will say this, we're going to include the link to your TikTok and some other links as well in the description for anyone that's listening to this podcast and wants to check out the videos. You'll definitely be able to do that. You'll be able to click onto it from all the descriptions, no matter what app you're utilizing. And so, it's just been super fun. I will tell you, one of my favorite ones, and I've watched so many of them, and it's still, oh my gosh, I love it. And I think it's just because I love the song, but it's the Grease one.
Yes, we all love that one.
Yeah, it's so Sandy's doing it, and she's just a little tiny thing, but the name of the song, is it Sandy? Is that the name of the song?
It's the very last song.
You're the one that I want. I'm not going to sing it. I will not torture our listeners with that. But yeah.
I don't know what the name of it is, but it's from Greece.
Yes. And
one of the end scene. It's the end scene. The end song.
Yeah. And I like it when she goes, bud, where she's, yeah. So it's one of my favorites. So if you're listening, you got to check out that one for sure. We
were joking that just like most of the views were probably just made up of our community watching it over and over again because of our administrator Donnie being in it. Mm-hmm. And that was the first video he participated in, and it just like blew up. And I'm like, you have to be in more now. So, but yeah, and Sandy requested doing a video with Donnie because of their height differences. So again, it was her idea to get Donnie involved because she's like, I just think it would be hilarious because I'm so tiny and he is so tall. And I'm like,
and so she's funny. In her walker, so yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was absolutely fabulous. And she was right. The height difference did make it, it was so obvious, and it definitely made it a more fun video to watch that as well. So yeah, that was really fantastic. So as far as like, your residents watching it, doing the TikTok Tuesdays. So the feedback has been really great. And I like the fact that you even have positive feedback from those that don't want to participate. So that's okay. Yeah. If you don't want to participate in it, because that's not everybody's cup of tea. But that doesn't mean you can't go in and watch the videos. It doesn't mean you can't get involved in the process of it. So I think it's just a fun thing. If it's something that you enjoy doing, to ask about it if you're looking at communities, or if you're at a community and they say, hey, what's something you might enjoy, offering that up as a recommendations to your activities director.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And, the residents say it's just different. It's just different. It's a different thing that we get to do. Sandy and Lane say it all the time. That's why we like it so much, because it's just so different than all the other things that we get to do. And it's just fun, and we just laugh. And that's, I would say, a very, very vague summary of like the things that they tell me and what I've been hearing from the beginning from the residents. with the activity when we first started it, because we just didn't, you never know. But yeah, it's a fun activity to do. So I do think it's worth a shot. It is an intro to language and understanding what a reel is. But even if they don't understand it, you shouldn't just get them to participate in one if they want to. It's just the laughing is what is the funnest part, the playfulness of it. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. So you said something, and I kind of want to remember what it is exactly you said, and I loved it. It was, we want you to come here to live out the rest of your life. What was it exactly you said?
Whenever I'm talking about St. Paul's, I said, we want you to come here to live. We're here for healthcare too, but you're not coming here for the end because it's the end of your life. You're coming here to live and have a community and to have a fulfilling life is kind of how I summarize it. I'm not sure exactly what I said a little bit ago, but
yeah, it was perfect. I mean, and that's what it should be. Living out the best of your life, enjoying the rest of your life. You're not coming here just to kind of, I want to say like peter out the rest of your life. It should be continue.
I think people have a perception of that's what it is and that's what it has to be. And really waiting until, someone maybe can't even enjoy the ends of their lives to put them in a senior care. It's a community. So I think find the right one. And, it's an enhancement of community, and it really can add so much community to someone's life. I don't know. Community is the word of my word today, I guess. And I will say with the videos, if you're want to do this as an activity and you don't understand TikTok, you can do Instagram, you can do Facebook, or you can just do the videos for them. It doesn't even, it doesn't have to be on social media.
Right.
If you are afraid of that aspect of it, you could just do the videos for them to make fun videos if that's something just to do fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I love this. This has been so much fun. And again, if you're listening, I did want to mention, this is our page. I don't know if you knew, but this is our 100th episode.
Oh, yay.
We're in our 5th season. I know, with our 100th episode, it's because Darlene can talk. So we've covered so much over the last 100 episodes, and I wanted this one to be a really fun one. We've talked about so many, serious topics over the last 99 plus. I really wanted this one to be something really fun. So, and lighthearted. And this
your 100th.
You were, and it was so fun and lighthearted. I absolutely have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed talking to you. I enjoy watching your videos, and I'm going to really enjoy sharing them out to all of our listeners as well, so they can check out your TikTok. And then also I'll include links to your Instagram and Facebook as well. So, whatever works for your viewing pleasure out there. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Did you have anything else you wanted to add before we sign off?
Nope, that's all. Thank you for having me. And, this was fun to do. I've never been on a podcast before, so this was exciting for me.
Well, it could be a first of many, because it can be very addictive once you start doing them. They're really fun. So
I thought about trying to get them started here, but that's like a whole other road I'm not ready to go down yet. So
we can talk later. So yeah, on that one.
Thank you so much, Darlene.
Oh my gosh, you are so very welcome. And if you enjoyed this podcast, as I just noted, we have 99 others that have previously been recorded, and you are more than welcome to go check those out. They're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, anywhere you listen to music or podcast. Thank you for listening.